Hey guys, James here from TCG University. Come back at you with another deck profile. Today we're going to be going over my Yuga Aoyama 2-dot deck profile deck list that I played for the Campus Championship DLC battle, where we slung inside of itself the first DLC pack to fight against each other, and then the second one, and the winners of each of those fought each other to see who would be the best of the DLCs. This is going to be my profile for this. So the list I was going with for this one was, I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do it, and he seems very tricky of a character. I think you could be very techy with him, but you need to work a lot harder than the time I had available. So instead, I went with a couple of ideas to power up a deck we had already seen already. So I kind of took the core idea of what the original Ochaku list was for our first bracket. Our first bracket. Took that idea and then sort of manipulated and changed a little bit to kind of suit Yuga the best I could. So let's get into it. Yuga is a 7-hand size 20 vitality character. Once per turn, your turn, as an enhance, you can add 1 foundation from your card pool to your momentum, and then your mid attack gets +3 damage. And then enhance, you can lose a vitality to give your mid attack +1 speed. Personally, I think it's lackluster for a 7-hander. I feel like he's going to get slung through unless we get a bunch more stuff that adds to the card pool easily. But there were a couple things I could easily get through in depth, so let me get to it. First off, we were playing a Foundation Destruction style deck. If you watch the Uraraka deck profile, you know what it's kind of about. So we're playing 4 Evil Eye, Evil Gaze. We get away with this strictly on the fact of we're a 7-hander. I don't think Uraraka was playing 4. If she was, she's nuts. But the Evil Eye, the reason we're playing 4 Evil Gaze is just because we're a 7-hander. Has a nice 1 mid block with Breaker 1, but it also can, if we need to, give 2 speed or neg 2 speed to make sure we block specific zones. It's a pretty cool card. And on block destroys Foundation, so that's pretty neat. The best leadoff attack in our deck, which is Gale Force Punch. Not only can we give a free speed with a free pay 1 to give speed with Yuga Aoyama, banking it a 7 for 6, it gives our next attack 5 damage. And then if we have less foundations than our opponent, we can we can destroy one of their foundations, which is super, super nuts. Being able to just choose a foundation and get rid of it is super cool. I guess they get to choose. Whoops. But just being able to destroy one extra one in general is really nuts, especially when our deck's built around it. Then Yuga Aoyama, if we are ever able to add cards to our card pool, foundation wise, we can give this 3 damage to do really cool things as well. Next attack, this is actually one of my favorite attacks in the game right now, just because the art looks sick to me. Is Blue Flame Spiral. It's a 3 mid for 5 that says you can raid 2 of your opponent's foundations to give this attack 4 speed. And then enhance, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If it deals damage, you get to destroy a rival foundation. Yuga Aoyama gives this a speed, making it a 4. You give 4 more speed. It's an 8 for 5. Super strong card, has a nice 2 low block, really pushes in. And then we have our high attack. It's an off zone, but sets us up. It's turned to dust. It's a 4 high for 5 difficulty. Stun 2, EX 2. Destroy a foundation. You can destroy one of your opponent's foundations that were committed due to the stun ability. Your opponent can pay 2 to cancel, and the other one is pay 2. Your opponent can pay 2. Your opponent loses 2. Your opponent can destroy a foundation to cancel. It really puts our opponent in awkward situations, and the stun 2 pushing in really early is really nice as well. Comboing with our Furies in our deck, we're playing 4 Brutal Explosion. Has powerful 1, 3 for 4 combos with a Fury. Combo ability is if this attack deals damage, your rival destroys a foundation, and then enhance if your rival has 3 or more face down foundations, you get to give this attack +2 speed. It's also not a mid, but that's fine. We're not trying to push on every attack. We can only do it once per turn, so having everything be mid doesn't make sense. And then the last attack on our deck is a signature Right Swing. 3 high for 4, and it says discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards as an enhance. Basically, as a 7-hander, we can draw some really bad cards, so switching them out for good cards seems pretty good to me. On to foundations. We're playing 4 Excited for Blood. Actually, it's in frame again, I forgot. It is. So Excited for Blood's a 3 diff, 2 high block, which is really, really nice, 5 control. Enhance, after our opponent loses vitality, we can flip it to gain 4 life. And then after we hit our opponent or your opponent loses life, you can pay 2 once per turn to be able to draw a card. More cards equals more things we can do, so yada yada. It's pretty good card. Because we're trying to play a bunch of cool high difficulty attacks at the beginning of our string. Playing 4 League Interview. We're mainly playing it for the first form. Discard top 2 cards of your deck. Your next check to play an attack gets +1, which is really neat. Then the other ability is Enhance Flip. After you make a check to block, that check gets +1. So you make your check, give it +1, and then you can commit it, and it doesn't even matter. Pretty neat card. Has a nice solid 6 check. More draw power. We're playing 4 latent skill. Discard 2, draw 2. Same thing as the attack, just in foundation form. Has a nice 2 high block. Really good. 4 super regen. More of the we're a small boy, we need to live as long as possible. Has a 4 high block, so you'll never use the block. You always want to play it on board. 2 for 5. Response flip. After you take damage, you can reduce the damage by 3 or gain 3. Just gain 3. After you lose 3 or more vitality, basically gain 3 vitality. Super no, actually you don't even have to lose more than X. So yeah, just gain 3 after you take damage. Super cool card. And then we're playing 4 Nervous Habit. Playing 4 Nervous Habit to give us more speed with Aoyama. It also says on commit, we destroy one of our opponent's foundations, and since that's what we're also trying to do, it works out. Defensively, we're playing 3 Graceful Maneuvers, -2 speed, and then +1 for every card in your card pool seems really good, especially if you know how to block properly. So having free X amount of speed hate is really nice. 3 Struggling with Studies. It has a nice 3 high block. It's a 1 diff, 5 control. You mainly play for the flip. Or is it flip or is it the other one? Yeah, flip. I'm gonna read it. Flip one of. Oh, sorry. Flip. If this is your rival's 3rd or greater attack this combat phase, add 1 card from your card pool to your hand. This is very good at being able to use things like the all the good blocks we have in here, then pick them back up. Like the Evil Eye from -1, we get to pick it back up and do cool things. Just kind of set this up. If we block with attacks, we can pick them back up if our opponent decides to overextend. Something like that. Seems real good. 4 Shock Absorption. 1/5, 2 mid block that says Enhance Destroy. This attack gets -2 speed, playable while committed. Super basic card. Let's just commit out and be able to block things for free. Super neat. We're playing 4 Surviving the Final. So we're playing 4 Surviving the Final. It's just enhanced this your opponent's attack gets -1 speed. Or yes, this attack gets -1 speed. Just once per turn, free -1. Has a nice 3 high block. It's very spammable. You can spam it in front of something for the Aoyama to be able to trigger it and do cool thing with it. Seems really good. And then 3 Tight-Lipped is the last of the cards, blank cards that I want to talk about. I have 2 cards I want to talk about directly inherited with Yuga. Basically, Tight-Lipped is flip a foundation to give something a damage. More damage pushing. As a 7-hander, being able to push us a couple more damage points in is very good for us. Okay, so the final 2 cards we're going to talk about. Midnight's Assistance. It's a 2/5, 2 mid block that says Enhance, add this card to your card pool. Your mid attack gets +2 speed. Super nuts ability. Really sets up your ability to go +2 with Yuga, +3 with Yuga, and be able to give something 2/3 for practically free is nuts. Then after, I hate reading upside down. Sorry guys. After this card is committed due to rival's effect, discard 1 rival momentum. Super cool card. Being able to put in the card pool, then ditch to get a momentum is super sick. And the last card we're playing is Maul Day. Maul Day is basically a 2/4 with a 2 mid block that says after you check an attack, you can add that check to your hand by just blowing this up. Or is it remove? Oh, you add it to your card pool. That's right. You have to add this to your card pool because you get to do cool Aoyama things. So when you check bad on your attacks and you want to pick up a certain attack, you still can. You get to add to your card pool, get to do the Yuga thing, and be clear of the card anyways, which is super sick. So yeah, guys, that's my Aoyama deck for the Camps Championship DLC battle. If you guys want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCGUniversity. Make sure to let us know what you guys think about this deck and the other decks in the format and the other matches in the format we made down below, and let us see those, because I'm very excited to see what ideas you guys can come up with for Aoyama. I felt like when I was building him that he was very difficult to figure out a very solid build. So other than that, make sure to check out all of our cool socials, and we'll see you guys next time. Stay learned.